Welcome to Got Tech Digital Escape the Room Professional Development Video Series. This is Video 3D Jigsaw Crossword Puzzle using Google Drawings. In this video, we're going to use Jigsaw Planet and Crossword Puzzle Maker, as well as Google Drawings to make our next clue. This clue can serve for all of the different lock types that I use in Digital Escape the Rooms. Directional locks, word locks, color locks, number letter locks, and number locks. Your creativity will determine which one that you use in your Digital Escape the Room. The first thing that I want to do is I want to show you a couple of examples of jigsaw puzzles and crossword puzzles that I've made in some of the other Digital Escape the Rooms that I did. The other thing I want to do is walk you through how to make one of these jigsaw puzzles and a crossword puzzle using the Jigsaw Planet and Crossword Puzzle Maker. You're going to have to make an account for each one of these. No worries, it's free. It's very simple. It's just an email and create a password and you'll be good to go. But without any further ado, let's get to a couple of examples. So if I exit out of this presentation and I go over to Kill a Mockingbird, I'll scroll down a little bit, but this picture is representing my jigsaw puzzle. So I've created a jigsaw puzzle using Jigsaw Planet, and I selected the number of puzzle pieces and all that good stuff, and you can play around with this and kind of put it together, and it's going to click together. And what they're going to do is they're going to find out that this is not only going to serve as a link to the crossword puzzle, but all the images around it is also going to be a word bank for them to use in the crossword puzzle. So I want to show you what the full image looks like. I could bring this over here and show you. So we have a link here, and you also have all the pictures around it. So once they solve it, they'll have all these for their word bank as well as the link to the crossword puzzle. One thing that I want to point out is that this is just a Google drawing that I used, and I brought all these images into my Google drawing, and then I made a bunch of text boxes to have the words be right around the images. This is another text box with the active link to the crossword puzzle. So that's how Google Drawings comes into play. At this point, the students might come up to you and tell you that this link isn't active or they can't click on it to pop it up, in which you should give them the hint that they need to be problem solvers and they have to, how else can they get to that link? And they'll figure it out that they have to write it down. Once they write it down, they'll go to a new URL search bar and they'll type it in. It's going to ask them to make a copy, which they will. And when this pops up, you're going to have your crossword puzzle. This crossword puzzle was made from Crossword Puzzle Maker, and then what I did is I used a snipping tool to take the crossword puzzle and the clues, and I threw it into a Google Drawings. From there, I made text boxes, and I made the background a highlighter color. So when they get the answers to each one of these problems, they'll have several highlighted letters for the mystery word, and this is for the mystery word lock. They don't always put together that all the images that came from the Jigsaw Planet, all these images around it, are the words that they need to be filling out their crossword puzzle. So that's a hint if you want to give them it, but eventually they'll get there, and you can give those hints to them as you see fit. And really, that's the greatest thing about the Digital Escape the Room. If you want the Digital Escape the Room to take less time, you can give them hints that's going to help everybody out, and they'll be able to get this. So once again, this is just a Google drawing. I took the snipping tool, I put all this stuff in there. The mystery word is the answer to the clue, and that's pretty much the crossword puzzle. So now let's take a look at the Odyssey example. As we go to the Odyssey, we have this picture called the Themes of the Odyssey. They're going to click on it. It's going to take them to the jigsaw puzzle. Now this one's a little different because as I bring this full image up, and I'll drag it up and make it 100% so you can see it, they're going to have a video that they're going to type in. It's a YouTube video, and that's going to have all the themes in the video, and then they're going to answer this crossword puzzle that is popped up. Now usually what I do is I'll have this printed out for them just in case somebody wants it. I'll print it out, and once they get to this part, I'll hand it to them, and then they can kind of fill in the blanks. I used the crossword puzzle the same way. Go to Crossword Puzzle Maker. I use the snipping tool, and I put the highlighted boxes over top of the letters that make up the mystery word. Alright, so let's sign up for a Jigsaw puzzle account. You're going to go to jigsawplanet.com, and you're going to go to sign up. When you go to sign up, it asks you to fill out your username, which is going to be your email, and make a password. You guys can do that. I'm going to sign in, and I'll meet you into the creation phase of Jigsaw Planet. Alright, once you made your account, you'll come to this page. This is the home page. You go to My Puzzles, Save Games, explore other people's puzzles that you could use, and create. In My Puzzles, here are a couple that I've made. The Odyssey one is right here. I just want to point this out real quick, that this picture right here is just my, it's a Google drawing that I used the snipping tool to make a file, and I uploaded it here. So if I go back and we go to create, because we're going to create a new one, we're going to choose a file, so you already have to have the picture ready. I put a new Odyssey picture file in here, and we're going to click on that and open that. Here you could decide how hard you want to make it. 300 is going to take them way too long. Once again, the puzzle is a little bit of fun, but it's not what we really want them to be doing, so I usually make it no more than 24 pieces. When we get 20 here, I'm just going to leave it at the easiest puzzle piece to notice. And then if you want to make it harder, you can do rotation. I don't want to. And I'm pretty much done here, and I just want to hit create. So when you hit create, here's all the puzzles that you will have for this picture. Now if you're going to include a hyperlink or something like that, you'll want to make sure that you use Google Drawings. For this example, I did not do that, and here's a picture of the final photo that they're going to make out of this puzzle. And this is just an example, but normally what I would have is a link here, either taking them to a video or taking them to a crossword puzzle. So this is the Jigsaw Planet jigsaw puzzle. Now what we need to do is we need to make the crossword puzzle. And like I said, there would be a link to that up here if I was actually making this into a digital escape room clue. So let's go up to a new search bar. I would just use the hyperlink that's found in the resources, and also in this slide for the professional development to get here. But it's, if you type in the teacher corner and make your own crossword puzzle, this will come up. From here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make your own account. So I'm going to let you guys make your own account, and I will see you on the other side. One thing that I want to mention is if you're more comfortable with a different crossword puzzle maker, go ahead and use that one. It's going to lead us to the same point, so it's no big deal. Here I just entered one that was already pre-made just to get the gist across. This is an environmental one. The instructions are complete the crossword below. Now, when I make my title, I always make sure I label it the clue number. It just makes it easier at the end. There's some words, there's some clues. We'll scroll down to the bottom and we'll hit make crossword puzzle. When we do that, a couple pop-ups are going to come up, but there's our crossword puzzle that we're going to use. Alright, so this crossword puzzle is a little elaborate. So usually I only use 5 to 7 words for my crossword puzzles because I want to keep it within the 10-minute allotted time limit. What we're going to do now is we're going to use the snipping tool to make a new crossword puzzle image file from this. So we select new, we go over the crossword puzzle, Once we get there, we're going to right click and hit copy. Once we've copied the crossword puzzle, we're going to go back up to our Google Drive, and we're going to find the Odyssey DETR, whatever your titled folder is. We're going to click on it, and we're going to go to clue number 4. In clue number 4, what we're going to do is we're going to make a new drawing using Google Drawings. I'm going to bring that up. When it's loaded, we could hit right click and paste, and our crossword puzzle's in there. Now we can make a title, clue 4, Odyssey people. And now we have that clue in our Google folder. Now what we could do is we can make little text boxes that go over certain boxes. So what I do is I just drag the text box there, and then I'll click background, and I usually make it yellow so it highlights there. Now what you can do is you could just highlight on the border of the edge and hit copy. You got to hit it just right. There we go. Hit copy, and then we could hit Control V, and that will make a whole bunch of different boxes that we can drag to the boxes that we need to highlight. Now that we have the highlighted boxes representing the hidden letters, we can make a text box and make the text box there for our secret code, and we can put the number of blanks that we have hidden letters, and the students can solve that. If we want to make this stand out a little bit more, click in the text box, click on the fill color, and you can put whatever color that you want in there. When we're done with that, all that we have left is to make a placeholder image for our new Google Sites for this clue. So what you're going to do is you're going to go out to Google Images. You can use the snipping tool if you want, or if you have an image of your own, you can use the snipping tool. And then you're going to make a new Google Drawings in your Clue 4 folder. Place the image there, and we'll be ready to go for making the Clue 4 on our new Google site. So this is the end of Clue 4, which is video 3D. We'll put a couple more that we did not use on the Odyssey, just so you have a little bit of choice. And then after we're done with a couple more clues, we'll go into how to make your new Google site for your digital escape the room. One more step, and we're going to be done after that, because all we have left to do is really to share your new Google site. So we're almost there.